Hey, YouTube and people who read my blog. I know it's been a long time. I was looking back to when the last video I made was, and according to what I have on my channel, it was September 20th, which is really hard for me to believe that it's been that long. But life has been really busy with school, with just everyday life, that kind of thing. I completely missed my Surgiversary, my 1 year, which was November 1st. I had Roux-en-Y gastric bypass on November 1st, 2013 with Dr. Christopher Egan at Barnes Jewish St. Louis. My high weight was 301. On the day of surgery, I was 287.6. When I came home from surgery 4 days later, I was 305. Yes, 305. Gained 18 pounds in the hospital. And anyway, my weight this morning was 193. So that is a total of 108 pounds lost. Some of you are smoking me on the weight loss. There's no doubt about that. But I'm good with it. I'm within 8 pounds of my initial goal, which is 185. And I've really been enjoying my life. So, I'm good with that. And I've been eating, a lot of good foods that I'm supposed to be eating, along with, some things that I'm probably not supposed to be eating, but I'm eating small amounts of those and it's being sensible. So, anyway, the 1 year, looking back on it, it's kind of hard not to get emotional about it because of the tremendous change that has occurred. I'm still the same person on the inside, and that's partly a problem with not seeing myself as someone who has more of a normal profile, I guess. I look more like of a normal weight, and having been overweight all my life, it's just really hard. I've bought some clothes lately that I'm still in a size 14, a very comfortable 14. But I bought a bathrobe this week and I bought it in a large and it fits great. And that is just, it's just really hard for me to wrap my mind around it. I mean, I keep looking at, the plus size sections and the plus stores and that kind of thing. Um, it's just a really, big change in the way of thinking. I'm going to try to back up here for a minute and give you a little bit of a body shot, but I don't know how well the lighting is in here today. Um, I don't know if you can also see out the window. I live in the St. Louis area and we are already getting our first snow tonight. I cannot believe it. I am not happy about it. Not happy. It's only November 15th. I mean, this is ridiculous. We normally don't get the first snow until, well into December. So, anyway, but back to the body shot. I'm going to try to back up a little bit here. I don't know how well you can see me, but I'm wearing, like I said, a size 14 pants. This sweater is a large, and so, if you can see a little bit. Anyway, that's me. Um, I had never done a body shot in any of my videos before, so, I mean, I think most of you have seen photos of me in the before. What else has been going on? This week I had a couple of medical tests done. One was a CT scan. Back in last November, about 2 weeks out from surgery, I had a kidney stone. They did a CT scan of me at that time, and it showed what they called a nodule on my right adrenal gland. So this week was the follow-up CT scan of that to see if it was stable, and I was scared to death that it wasn't because I didn't want another surgery, and the endocrinologist had told me if it grows, it's got to come out. Even though she thought it was benign, she just said, if it grows, it's got to come out, but it's stable. So that was very good news. It has not grown. It's just one of those things that's there. Not uncommon for an incidental finding on a CT scan. Apparently that happens pretty often. So that was good news. I also had an at-home sleep study. Was really hoping that my sleep apnea is gone. But after taking the test and the way I felt the next morning, I really don't think it's gone. I think I still have it. When I went to see the pulmonologist who does the sleep medicine, he looked in my mouth and said, "You still have a small airway and a large tongue." And I said, "Well, that's not very complimentary." So, but apparently that's the reality. I may have to be living with the sleep apnea, and if I have to stay with the CPAP, I have to stay with it. But you know, I I still think I'm just so much better off, and I know my sleep apnea is not as bad as it was for sure. Um, the fitness thing, I continue with that. I worked out with my trainer 3 times this last week, and um, you guys have heard me rave about this before. I'm going to rave about it again. It's just wonderful. Strength training is the bomb. And when I don't get to see her, I get on the treadmill and I do stuff like that. But, my weight training has really come along. And I said in the last video that, I was able to do some sit ups. Well, now she has me doing regular push ups. And I can do about 20 regular push ups before I kind of give out. That doesn't mean I can't still do the modified ones where my knees are um, on the mat, but I can do about 20 of the regular. So that's a big progression. And I just, overall feel so much stronger and so much better. The knees, not so much. They just are still bothering me. The good news with that is the orthopod that I saw back in October, which I probably haven't talked about that. Excuse me. I went to see a new orthopedic surgeon who's supposed to be the knee guru, like Dr. Egan was the bariatric surgery guru. He is at Washington University, which is really top-notch university that's linked to Barnes Jewish St. Louis here. Um, and he said, he goes, "It's really up to you." He goes, "You're ready anytime, you want to have the knee replacements." But what he did do is he gave me a lot more of the tramadol, also known as Ultram. So it's helping me control my pain when I'm working out. I try not to take it every day. I haven't had any today. When I'm working out, I take it. I take at least a couple of them before I go to work out. So that has helped that he's been pretty liberal, let's put it that way, with the Ultram because he realizes that my knees are shot and that I'm in a lot of pain on most days. So anyway, I think that's hitting the high points, and I really didn't want to blab and blab and blab and blab because I haven't been on in so long. I did want to give a couple of shout outs. One to Mary Mac in Ontario that had her knee replacement on the 11th. Really thinking of her and hoping she's doing well and looking forward to a video from her. The other is Audrey Worsbensky, who has been through a rough time, but apparently the sexy biatch is down to like 155 now, which is like 190 pounds. Who does that? I mean, who does that? I mean, I can't imagine it. I mean, I'm at 108 and I'm like, whoa, I can't, I can't imagine 190. So the other person I wanted to mention was Karen. Karen's sort of fairy tale. I haven't seen much of you lately, girl. I really wish you'd video and let us know how you're doing. And then one more is Patty. Watch Patty Melt. I just love watching your videos, and you're just, I mean, you're just such a cutie pie. It's fun to watch your videos. So anyway, that's me, and I guess this is week, what the heck, it's probably week 56, I think. I think I'm at week 56 because my 1 year was November 1st. But for any of you, that might be watching and you're thinking about having this surgery, um, it's a big decision. But the most important advice I can give you is make sure you get a good surgeon. The surgeon's skill cannot be overestimated because how they put you back together, just various things that they do in their surgical technique can be so, so important. So that would be, my number one piece of advice for you is make sure you're going to a bariatric center of excellence. Look that up, see what that means. Um, I usually get my care through a system here in St. Louis called Mercy, and I went out of that system into the BJC system here in St. Louis, which is Barnes Jewish Christian, so that I could get Dr. Egan because he's the best. Um, I had to pay for it out of pocket, so I thought, I'm getting the best surgeon out there. And I really can't, you know, overemphasize how important that is. Research it, find out where the bariatric center of excellence is in your area, and if there's not one, go to it. It's worth it. Um, and be sure it's what you want to do, and also be prepared that the first month after surgery is kind of rough, but then everything just keeps getting better and better and better and better. It's totally worth it. So I'll try not to be gone so long this next time and check in a bit sooner. So hope you all are doing well, and I will talk to you soon.